We haven't had a five-time champ in over 4 months, and tonight Tim Kutz looks primed to break that streak. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams. He'd be in better position had he won the buzzer race on that last clue, just like last night. $2,000 clue went instead to Ben, who now has 13,600. Tim, 22,600. Robin, 3,700. Straightforward between these two. I'm going to do the math just to see what Robin should wager. But speaking of wagering, that last daily double was a complete waste. And on daily doubles in general, I was surprised that Tim didn't go bigger than 2,000 on that $800 clue. Granted, it actually was for the better because he didn't get it right, but maybe if he had wagered more, he would have thought about the timing a little bit more and the position in the world. But that was a pretty easy night to go for Florence Nightingale there. All right, so let's do the math. 13.6. Ben doubles always going to have 27.2, so that's going to be a wager of 4,600 from Tim. If he gets that wrong, it's going to be 18,000. So Ben's got to wager at least 4,400. If he's wrong with that, he's going to have 9,200, which is more than Robin can get at this point. But more likely Ben, well, he should go for everything, of course, but the more obvious wager is to go for 9,001 to cover Tim by $1, which we see a lot. I don't really understand it all that much. Here, it might play a little bit better, because if he gets it wrong, he's going to have 4,600, which forces Robin to wager at least 901, just to be safe. So if I'm Robin, I'm wagering 901, nothing more, just because I don't think there's anything good that can come out of the downside there. Tim, 4,600, Ben, well, at least 9,000, but one there. But I'm hoping everything. And yeah, I really enjoyed Tim's story about getting pulled over because that exact same thing happened to one of my friend's parents in high school. He gets pulled over by a cop, and the first thing the cop asks, he's driving a Porsche, 86 or 87? I can't remember what model it was, but it was a pretty sweet ride. And he got in trouble for driving me to my parents' house when it was mud season with his wife. Not great. So Shakespeare's our category, and not looking forward to this because it's Shakespeare.
One of our most popular subjects, Shakespeare.
Ooh, from whom?
For Final Jeopardy today. And players, here's your clue. After a royal passing in January of 1820, this tragedy that had been little performed got 2 new London productions in April.
All right, 1820.
30 seconds. Good luck.
That would have been George III. So George III used 1760 to 1820, I think. And he had syphilis, so King Lear would make sense because you wouldn't want to perform a play about a mad king in front of a mad king. Although, do you hate Scotland or the Macbeth?
And it had not been performed because they didn't want to offend the king, who was a little out of it. All right, Robin, we come to you. You were in third place with 3,700.
Promising.
You wrote down, what is Henry VIII? Incorrect. It'll cost you 500 only.
All right, so that's not going to be enough.
3,200. Let's go to the middle. Ben, you had 13,600, and you selected this Shakespeare play, King Lear, the Mad King Lear.
Nice.
Mad King George III, who died in 1820. You're right. You will add 9,600, bumping you.
Well, a little more than I thought. So if he's wrong, he would have 4,000, which is still force Robin to get right. So it's an okay wager.
Looking happy because he selected.
Oh man.
Instead, how much did it cost him today? 5,000 only. He'll finish in second place, but he's already won over $100,000. But then Yuhas, you're the new champ.
And I'm really sad to see Tim go. He was a really good player. I think he fell into the trap that I almost doubled back for. I thought I kind of ran out of time. I might have considered it more seriously. What is this?
There's only one.
Ben, are you going mad too? Is that what's going on there? Yeah, well, Tim, congrats on a great run. 4 games, $107,000. Almost certainly going to see you in the TOC. And Ben, congrats. I don't want to say giant killer, but Tim was a tough guy to beat, and that, I guess, shows the importance of locking it up before Final Jeopardy if you can, because even if you have a big, big lead, that one clue can do you in. It's funny because these scores are very similar to scores I had in my Ultimate Tournament of Champions game, and that turned out much the same way. So, yeah, I guess our counter goes up by another one for our no 5-timers, no 6-timers. I get to pick the color again next week, which I've done ever since Matt Jackson lost, and he picked 0000C4. Boom. Oh, sometimes I have a little bit too much fun, and I hope you'll join me for some fun right here tomorrow on the Final Wager.